What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's dive straight into things. So we've had some pretty classic price action here in terms of classic as in it caught me out. If you watch yesterday's video, you'll know, but I was explaining how I wanted to see the rallying early in the week, so Monday or Tuesday create the high, and with Tuesday we had here create the high exactly where we called out, which was this level right here. We didn't quite trade up to this gap, as I didn't. If you watched Sunday's video, you know I wasn't expecting us to reach to that gap. And then today on Wednesday, we've had some large displacement to the downside. Now, if we go to the 4 hour, what I find fascinating about this is the way it was hanging around this Sunday opening price. Once we were above it, I was convinced that we were going to stay above it. And then as soon as we opened, price just rolled over and went straight to our original sell side target. So it's nice to see us reach our sell side target and that we expected us to get down here. It's just that I was impatient in, expecting that price was going to continue to rally, and that was a matter of me chasing price, and that is something which you really have to avoid doing, guys. But yeah, classic price action in terms of creating the high on Tuesday, and now I'm pretty confident or comfortable in terms of looking for expecting price to continue to roll over and hit our next sell side target, which will be below here. But we will drop down to the 1 hour, take a closer look, and you'll see our price. Here's Tuesday's price action as we drop lower, and then Wednesday today you can see our price bumped again, that same consolidation point that I was speaking about, and used it as resistance. So although we traded outside of it, it failed as we traded back through it, and now it's using it as resistance, as you can see right here. And we'll look at the 50% level real quick, and you can see it's respecting that here and here, and then price is displaced and it's continued to go lower. So I do expect that moving into Thursday, price will continue to roll over, run out the sell stops, and start to run towards our original targets down below here, because these are from like the monthly, I think, or weekly must be. Yeah, I'm looking at these weekly lows as a potential reach. Now, again, it doesn't need to reach it this week, but these are just where I have my eyes set and where I'm expecting price to continue to draw to. And now that we've, traded back through this consolidation and we've actively seen it act as resistance here and here, I'm now looking at this consolidation, which is right here. And what I mean is this back and forth price action that we're seeing going on. So if we draw this range through here like so, drag that like so. Now, if price rallies back into this range, I expect it to act as continued resistance with the expectation that it would roll over. Now, price doesn't need to return back into it, but if it does, that should set us up nicely with the expectation that we can run lower. Now, I know it is a bank holiday in the UK on Friday, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect things for pound. That's probably why we're seeing so much consolidation. But here on the 15-minute, you can see this consolidation range even more clearly. Look at this, absolutely disgusting. Back forth, loads of back and forth price action, and then we expanded at 215, and then we just tapped into it again. So when I see this much back and forth price action, I really don't expect price to be able to get through it, or if it's going to get through it, it's going to do it abruptly, and it's going to do it with aggression. Now, it does feel like I'm kind of chasing price in that, oh no, it's going down, therefore let's go short. Oh, it's going up, therefore let's go long. But looking at this price action on the 15-minute, it looks absolutely disgraceful. I would not want to be trading this at all. So yeah, quite a difficult week in general. But let's go to GBP USD. And you'll see GBP's continue to rally and came back into the range. Now, again, yesterday's video I was expecting GBP to need to catch up, and also expecting us to see some expansion lower, but we didn't get that. Price rallied above, outside the range. Now, don't get me wrong, I am expecting price to eventually get to this buy side liquidity target. Obviously, if dollar does want to continue lower, then that will set GBP up nicely for continued expansion and a run into that Wednesday high. But looking at the 15-minute, price action in general hasn't been the cleanest this week. But let's go to the 4 hour just to see how price acted. Came down into the bullish order block, and again, lots of large wicks, which are driving me insane, to be honest. But why I'm a little bit not anxious, but conscious right now is this is a fair value gap. We've traded through it. We've closed the fair value gap. It's delivered on the downside. Now it's delivered on the upside. So now I'm just kind of sitting on my hands and waiting to see, okay, do we want a continuation? In which case I'm looking for us to reach this next fair value gap up here. Or are we ready for a reversal? In which case I want to see us start to pull back towards that Sunday opening price. Same with dollar, as in like, okay, now I'm just waiting on my hands. Are we going to continue to see an expansion moving into Thursday and Friday and run towards our targets? Or, are we going to pull back again towards that Sunday opening price? So, yeah, this week's been considerably difficult. Do let me know in the comments how you guys are finding it. I know that people in the Discord are still very active. We will finish up on Euro USD, and you can see our Euro fails straight down into discount. Use the top of this inversion fair value gap as support, pretty much perfectly. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Now this is where trusting in your analysis comes in, because if I just trusted that this bullish fair value gap would act as one, because this is from like a monthly time frame, then I would have been able to go long there with the expectation that price would be able to comfortably trade on higher. So we had some nice price action here, traded higher, ran the buy stops. I spoke about these buy stops 2 days ago, and you know, I wanted to see us trade there. It's just I was chasing price in terms of wanting to see us keep dipping and dip deeper, but it's nice to see us return back, run the buy stops. Now there's no reason why price shouldn't be able to run our next buy side liquidity. So yeah, it's an interesting week to say the least, but overall, similarly to what I was saying on dollar, I'm now looking at this consolidation which is created between this high and this low. Now that we're traded through on the upside, this is the very lowest I'd want to see price trade on euro, for me to remain bullish, with the expectation to take out that Monday high and go to our original buy side liquidity target high up here. But yeah, guys, honestly, don't fault me. Like, I'm aware that I do feel like I'm chasing price right now, which is unusual for me. But yeah, looking at this, very lowest would be a 50% level. Then I'd want to see price continue to rally. But yeah, interesting. So that's going to be everything. And yeah, look at the 5 minute. Look at this. Who wants to be trading in these conditions? Not me. This looks disgusting. Last week was gorgeous, and the week before that, I'm pretty sure it was pretty gorgeous as well. But this week has just been nasty. But I think, to be honest, with the consolidation this heavy on a Wednesday, I wouldn't be surprised if Thursday and Friday did loosen up and give us some more sweeping movements in terms of running to buy stops, etc. So that's going to be everything, guys. Hope you found this insightful. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, join me over on Discord. All the links are in the description. Turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.